Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, the local government unit of Legazpi City is conducting cleanup and clearing operations in various canals due to the rainy weather brought by the shoreline. According to Mayor Attorney Alfredo Grabin, cleanup operations have already been carried out in the canals of Barriada Purok 6 and Barangay Orosite, where large amounts of waste were found blocking the waterways. In a Facebook post, Garbin highlighted that waste is a major contributor to the flooding and emphasized the importance of residents practicing proper waste disposal. The official urged the public to adopt effective waste management practices, noting that this would help prevent further flooding. These cleanup operations are also aimed at addressing the frequent flooding experienced in many areas of Legazpi City, which has forced some residents to evacuate their homes for safety. Another story. During a recent committee hearing, the Committee on Laws, Rules and Oversight, chaired by Attorney Sheena Marie Onrubia de la Cruz, formalized a memorandum of agreement for the supply of pasteurized milk products from the Albay dairy plant. This partnership aims to enhance the milk component of the school-based feeding program. The Albay dairy plant, established by the provincial government of Albay, provides high-quality pasteurized milk to combat malnutrition while ensuring compliance with the Food Safety Act of 2013. The PGA is committed to supporting the Department of Education by supplying these products for the school-based feeding program during the 2024 to 2025 school year. In turn, DepEd Albay will finalize the milk requirements, coordinate with relevant officers to ensure quality assurance, and directly procure the necessary products from the PGA to ensure smooth implementation of the program. In the national scene, House Secretary General Reginald Velasco has confirmed the appointment of Senior Vice Chair Stella Kimbo as the acting chairperson of the House Appropriations Committee. This follows the resignation of Representative Elizalde Co of the Ako Bicol party list, who stepped down as committee chairman due to health concerns. Kimbo stated that the House leadership has informed her of his new designation, assuring that the committee's operations would continue uninterrupted despite the previous chairperson's resignation. As senior vice chair, Kimbo advised the House leadership to ensure that the committee's work remains consistent. In response to speculation about whether she would be replaced as chair, she affirmed that her responsibility is to ensure the committee fulfills its objectives. According to House Secretary General Velasco, Kimbo will serve in acting capacity, carrying out the duties of the chairman. Plenary action is needed to officially appoint a new chairperson for the committee. In other story, on Monday, January 13, President Marcos instructed the Department of Agriculture to ensure that aid is delivered to farmers nationwide as quickly as possible to avoid delays during the planting season. During a meeting with the government's economic managers, Marcos emphasized that there should be no significant delays in assisting agricultural farmers. He also directed the Department of Budget and Management to prioritize the planting season and ensure that the agriculture sector receives the necessary funding and budgetary support. To reassure the President, the Agriculture Department presented plans that outline support for fertilizers, high-quality seeds, and technology aimed at helping farmers maximize production across various ecosystems and achieve higher yields. According to the DA, timely planting and the potential for maximum harvest depend on proper support. which helps avoid delays in the distribution of seeds and fertilizers. In other news, during their trilateral phone discussion, outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden, Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., and Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru emphasized China's dangerous and unlawful actions in the West Philippine Sea. China has been increasing its aggressive behavior, particularly toward Philippine ships. Recently, a large vessel from the China Coast Guard was spotted in waters near Zambales, which lies within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The White House reported that the three leaders discussed ways to enhance economic cooperation and strengthen trilateral maritime security. Marcos, Biden, and Ishiba agreed to work more closely together to ensure an open and free Indo-Pacific region. Biden praised Marcos for his strong stance against China's provocative actions in the West Philippine Sea, and Marcos reiterated his commitment to never surrender any part of the Philippine territory. On a related note, Biden will only serve as president for one more week, as President-elect Donald Trump is set to take office on January 20, 2025. And in the news outside the country, the nation will hear President Joe Biden's farewell speech from the Oval Office on Wednesday, just 5 days before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. The president intends to speak at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and this will be his final significant opportunity to address Americans and the global audience before leaving office at noon on January 20. On Monday, he will deliver a speech at the State Department focusing on his legacy in international affairs. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre informed reporters on Friday that Biden will reflect on his 50-plus years as a public official. And finally, in the news outside the country, 16 civilians reportedly died in a military airstrike in Zamfara State, Nigeria, due to mistaken identity. It was later discovered that the victims were believed to be associated with local criminal groups. However, witnesses confirmed that they were all civilians. The local groups were in opposition to notorious armed gangs known for kidnapping for ransom in the area. The military was targeting these militant gangs in the Zurmi and Maradun regions. The military acknowledged that the airstrike was launched in the specified location, and the incident is currently under thorough investigation by the Nigerian Air Force. Officials, including State Governor Dauda Lawal, have expressed their condolences to the families of the victims. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, January 15, 2025. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. Thanks to our 12 o'clock news break writer, LJ Lorejo and Dan Roquion. And on the technical side, Tad Bobis. And of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Mary Luduca Castillo. And under the supervision of our Governor, Baby Glenn Daong Bungao, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.